After losing Game 1 of the NBA Finals, our Portland Trail Blazers need to get back on the right track. We need to win Game 2, or else we could be in a lot of trouble. What went wrong for us in Game 1, and what do we need to improve upon here for this second game? Both teams had the lead comfortably at times in Game 1, but neither of them were really able to hold control until the Pistons did late. Darius Springer had 31 and 16, but I feel like it really was not his best game. In the first half, he was extremely inefficient. He really just did not look comfortable out there, and while he got better in the third quarter, he just didn't have that strong of a performance for his standards. The plus-minus shows it. He was a minus 10 in 36 minutes, meaning our team outscored Detroit when he was out of the game. Of course, Springer suffered a knee injury within the final minute of the fourth quarter, and that's going to be something we have to talk about as well, as it could certainly affect him for the rest of the finals. Scoot Henderson had 30 points. He was really good. Khalil Griffin had 23 and 12, but he didn't shoot the ball well. Shaedon Sharpe was also inefficient, 15 points on 15 shots, 1 of 8 from deep, and nobody else really stepped up for us. Our three-point shooting as a team really was not good, and other than Scoot Henderson and in the first half, Khalil Griffin, the offense just was not consistent at all. Cunningham started the game a little bit slowly, but he finished with 37, 6, and 6 on great shooting. Asar Thompson carried the way for them in the first half. He had 28, while Jaden Ivey and Jabari Smith were also highly productive, and Tanner Calhoun blocked 3 shots. We need more, I feel like, especially out of the offense. Again, Scoot Henderson played really well, but other than that, nobody was great in this game, and it's going to be pretty hard because Darius Springer's knee injury will affect him likely for the rest of the finals. It's a strained MCL. He can play through it, but he is nowhere near the same player he is when he's healthy. Springer was banged up against Sacramento in the Western Conference Finals, nursing ankle and hip injuries. But this one is significantly worse, and as you can see, comparing his numbers, he really didn't lose a step. He scored 48 points on one ankle in Game 1 against Sacramento. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to have the same production with this knee injury because it significantly will hurt his athleticism. He's having an all-time postseason, 32.5 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists, great shooting. But he's going to be a fraction of what he was. As you can see here, there's 2 Fs on the report card. Inside scoring and athleticism, and I feel like those are the 2 most important assets of his game. His layup, his dunk, those were both 99. They go way down. His shooting numbers go down. His rebounding numbers, that's a big part of this game, they go way down. And then athleticism, yikes. He has the minimum speed, he has the minimum vertical, so he basically moves like he's about 60 years old. And that's a problem for a guy who has the ball in his hands so often. While his defensive grades were not touched, he is still going to be severely limited on that side of the floor because of the loss of athleticism. He relies on his quickness and speed, as does everybody else defensively, and because of that, we're going to need everybody else to step up. He will play through the injury, despite the fact that he might be a little bit useless. It says he's an 81, but I feel like with the loss of inside scoring and athleticism, he's more like a 71. Despite that, we still need him on the floor. His presence really changes things for our team. Even if he's not going to be able to contribute the way he normally does, him being there makes things so much easier for the other guys on the court. Speaking of those other guys, they're going to have to play really well today. While Darius Springer is hobbling around, he's going to be the slowest guy there, and he's not going to be able to score efficiently or effectively within 15 feet. We need these other guys to produce. Scoot Henderson has played really well over the last couple of games. We need him to be productive again. He did a great job in isolation when being guarded by Cunningham, and while Scoot needs to be a little bit better defensively, I liked what I saw from him on the offensive end of the floor. Khalil Griffin had 19 and 11 in the first half of Game 1. He did not miss a shot, but then in the second half, he couldn't make anything. We need a consistent game scoring the ball out of Khalil Griffin, and then Shaedon Sharpe has just been on and off throughout the entire playoff. We need him to step up and look like an alpha, scoring the ball. It's going to be a big ask for these 3, but I think they are up for the challenge. Welcome to Game 2 here in Portland. As Alexei Pokushevsky wins the tip, we are underway. Darius Springer, of course, playing through a strained ACL. I have no clue how he's going to make it through the game. I don't know what type of horse trank the Blazers have saved with the medical department, as Jabari Smith gets the scoring started with a 3. Scoot Henderson looks to get by Cunningham, and he is in for the throwdown. This is the matchup that the Blazers have to attack. Scoot Henderson is so much faster than Cade, and by the time he gets to the basket, there's nobody to guard him because the Pistons' rim protection is so bad. Off of an open 3 from Cunningham that doesn't fall. Here's Springer with it on the drive. Layup is good. Springer can still make layups and whatnot, but part of his effectiveness as a scorer is his ability to score in contact. He's not going to be able to do that. I'm not even sure if he can dunk either. Here comes Sharp with the throwdown. Guarding Shaedon Sharp by being behind him probably is not an effective strategy, and once Sharp was ahead of Cunningham, he knew he had to take it the distance. 7-6, Griffin, pump fake out to Porzingis. Left wing 3 is good. And so far, the lead has bounced around early. Neither team really gaining control. Here's Griffin out to Shaedon Sharp. Gets the screen. Sharp heaves up a 3. Bang! Big shot for Sharp. And so far, Portland's offense has been effective despite Darius Springer not being the ringleader. But here he is on defense. He's unable to make the play on Jabari Smith because of his lack of lateral quickness. He couldn't turn his body to get the stop. There's Sharp again with another throwdown. I guess the Pistons didn't learn their lesson. You shouldn't be guarding him from the back. 16-11, here's Khalil Griffin with it. Springer already out of the game, getting some rest as it's snuffed out of bounds by Jabari Smith. Here are the Blazers on the inbound. Griffin, pump fake, double fake, out to Porzingis, and Portland will score here after all. They're up by 7. 18-11. Here's Cade Cunningham with it. Hands it off to Tanner Calhoun. One of the 6 Men of the Year candidates is Calhoun, the 4th-year pro out of Kansas. Rock chalk. Drills the 3. 18-14. Griffin gets it over to Scoot Henderson. Scoot drives right side, and that one is good despite strong defense by Calhoun. And that will up the lead to 6. Here's Jaden Ivey with it. Has Cade Cunningham open 3. That one is good. And the Pistons are within 3 off the triple by Cade. Looks to get by Scoot Henderson. Jumper is no good. How did he miss that? He was wide open 10 feet away from the basket. On the other end, here's Khalil Griffin with it, guarded by Cade. That's a size mismatch, but Cunningham's there for the block. What a play there by Cade. He looks to bring it himself on the other end. Spin move, layup is good. What a play there by Cade Cunningham, getting the block on the other end with the lay. And the lead is now within 1. Here's Cade with it. Drives inside, and that one is off the mark. Nice defense by Marsh, but he gets it back and is there for the putback. Caleb's got to get that rebound. That was a good defensive play by him, but he's unable to finish it, and the Pistons now lead. Portland looking to make sure that lead stays short-lived as Zay Logan hits the corner 3 off the screen. Now tied at 25. Springer back in the game. Mid-range jumper is no good. Logan's there with the rebound and the putback. Darius Springer should still be effective as a mid-range shooter. My question, though, is if he'll be able to get open off the dribble. Here is Calhoun with it. Has a screen, and that one is good. The Pistons are within 1. 28-27 under a minute to go in the quarter. Here's Sharp with it. Looks to get by the defender, and he sure does! A windmill! Mama! There goes that man! Kobe Buffkin gets lit up inside by Shaedon Sharp. And it's 30-27. Here is Killian Hayes with it. Yes, Killian Hayes back here in Detroit makes the layup. I'll be honest, I did not know he had that in his bag. 3-point game once again. Calhoun drills the top of the key 3. We are tied at 32. The last shot here in the first will go to Shaedon Sharp. Step back at the buzzer. That one is off the mark. A competitive first quarter so far, tied at 32. Portland really looked good early on offense, but they slowed down while Cade Cunningham and the Pistons were able to get a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come momentum-wise as that brings us into the second. Lillard, jumper, no good. Logan soars in with the offensive rebound. A busy start for Zay Logan. He's got 7 and 4 on perfect shooting. Kristaps Porzingis, the other 5, has also been really good in this game. Both of those guys have been phenomenal down low as Calhoun hits the wide open 3. Right as I'm gassing Logan up, he's unable to get off of the screen, and Calhoun is left wide open. Springer backs down on Killian Hayes and never had a chance there. He does grab his own miss. Griffin, corner 3, bang! Love seeing Springer getting the offensive rebound, getting the assist, but I am concerned that he did not have a chance to score being guarded by Killian Hayes inside. Jumper is good. 15 points already off the bench for Tanner Calhoun. Pistons lead 39-38. Scoot Henderson on the drive, kicks it in the corner for Abaji, gets by Buffkin, and Ochai Abaji is there with the throwdown. 40-39, here's Buffkin with it, drives left side. Buffkin, that one is no good, but somehow Calhoun gets it back for the putback. Pistons lead by 1. Abaji out to Scoot Henderson. Henderson, layup is good. A challenging finish for Scoot Henderson, who's had some impressive plays scoring in contact so far. Portland's lead now at 5 as Cade looks to get by Scoot. That one is good, and we are back within 1 score. Here's Calhoun. Euro step, layup off the mark. Scoot Henderson with the rebound. Here comes Portland in transition. Scoot Henderson looks to get by Asar Thompson. Inside for Porzingis, who gets that one over Calhoun. Calhoun's given the Pistons some good minutes at the 5, but he just does not have the size to match up with Porzingis. Here is Cade Cunningham. That one is good, despite solid defense by Malachi Suleiman. 3-point game. Calhoun, step back for the tie. That one will not fall. Griffin with the rebound, his 8th already. Griffin, guarded by Cade Cunningham on the drive, has Sharp open corner 3, and that one will fall. Griffin is faster and bigger than Cade, which leads to the help defense, and he's able to find Sharp open in the corner because of the help. But Cade is right back on the offensive end. He gets the layup and the foul, and one, and he's pretty fired up about it as we're back within 1 score. Griffin, pump fake. Thompson goes flying, and so does Khalil Griffin. He's in for the finish. He's already on triple-double watch here in just the first half with 7, 8, and 6. Calhoun, step back, snuffed by Porzingis. What a play by Kristaps. Here's Poku on the inbound. He gets it over to Jaden Ivey. Here's Thompson inside for Poku for the dunk. So right after Porzingis makes that incredible block, he falls asleep on defense. Wow, way to finish the play. There's Griffin with the steal on the other end. Ivy with it. Floater is good. And the unfortunate thing is the Blazers get that stop if Springer's healthy, but he's unable to get to him fast enough. Porzingis, corner 3 is airballed. What's going on with Kristaps? Ever since he blocked that shot, he has had multiple disastrous plays. And on the other end, Jabari Smith is there with the floater. That puts the Pistons ahead, 56-55, late in the first half. Multiple players on the floor in takeover mode. Cade, Scoot, Griffin, as Scoot snuffs Cunningham. Here comes Portland on the other end. Springer with it, looks to drive in. Tightly guarded by Poku, sends it to Griffin, left wing 3. That one is off the mark. Big stop by Detroit. They'll hold on to their lead on the other end now. Cade Cunningham with it, and he is snuffed again. Sharp with the denial. In transition, Springer once more. And he is fouled. Good play there by Springer. He would make 1 at the line. We're tied at 56 with around 30 to go in the half. Cade over to Jaden Ivey. Open mid-ranger is good. Pistons back ahead with the jumper by Jaden Ivey. 58-56. Jaden Sharp, long 2. No good. Logan, another offensive rebound. He will look to reset the possession. Griffin with it on the wing. Griffin, long 2. Smooth like silk. And we're tied at 58. Waning seconds of the first half. Cunningham 3. Bang! Pistons ahead by 3. And now Portland will get the last shot. Scoot Henderson for the tie. That one is no good off the front of the rim. So the second half, again, very competitive. Detroit leads it by 3. Darius Springer here through this first half really just has not looked like himself at all. I think that's the biggest storyline here. He only has 5 points. Now, he hasn't necessarily been super inefficient. He's only 2 for 4. He just doesn't look comfortable at all on the floor taking shots. And because of that, he has not been the guy who has been running the offense. He's been playing off the ball. And the heliocentric Springer offense that's worked throughout the entire playoffs hasn't happened because, well, he doesn't have the ball. Defensively, it's been a struggle because he moves like my 80-year-old grandmother, but we still need him on the floor for his IQ and his leadership as he gets the assist. Good finish by Kristaps Porzingis, and the lead is within 1. Ivy on the left wing gets it over to Asar Thompson. Here is Jabari Smith off the screen. Heaves up a prayer, and it's answered! What a shot by Smith from long range. 64-62. Jaden Ivey out to Cade Cunningham for three. Springer can't get to him quick enough. And the Pistons get a couple early threes to fall here in the third. Scoot over to Khalil Griffin on the drive. Scoot Henderson wide open. He'll get one right back from deep. 67-65. Cade, step back off the mark. Springer with the rebound. Good to see him making the play. And he is immediately intercepted by Cade Cunningham. On the other end, Ivy, step back, triple, got it! And the Pistons are up by 5 off the turnover and 3. 70-65. Here's Scoot Henderson with it, looking to get Porzingis off the screen from Springer. And he responds with a 3 of his own. Springer can still set screens. That's probably what he's most valuable for on offense right now, along with his passing, as he gets it over to Khalil Griffin for the layup. 13, 10, and 7 for Griffin, as it's a 2-point game. Here's Jaden Ivey, has some room. He drills the triple, and the Pistons are red hot right now from 3. They are not missing from beyond the arc. 4 of 5 so far from deep in the third. It's a lob. Springer has to throw it up, and it's good. Well, he can't really dunk. I think Portland was just trying to get him space to where he can get a good look inside. That's not a good look at all, but since he's got such great touch from inside the paint, it's not an issue. He still makes it, and him not having a working knee will not stop him from making open shots like that. As Cade Cunningham hits another 3, they still will not miss from beyond the arc. Ivy, Cade, corner 3, bang! Everything is falling right now for the Pistons. They look like the Splash Brother Warriors. Everything is connecting from deep. Their off-ball movement has been incredible. Here's Cunningham again. Bang! They will not miss. Cade is getting off of these screens effortlessly off the ball. And Portland looks unable to stop it. Good play off the inbound there by Shaedon Sharpe. He's up to 16 points. 10-point lead in favor of the Pistons. Smith backs down on Springer. Nice defense by Darius Springer. No good. If Springer's going to one-on-one defend somebody in the post, I think he's still valuable. It's just his switching ability on the perimeter is non-existent because he's so slow. But again, he can still make passes like that. Lobs it up for Zay Logan with the reverse throwdown over Pokusevski. 84-76. Cade in takeover mode, obviously, because he will not miss from deep. Cade, pump fake, floater is good. And while Portland wants to focus on him not shooting threes, he's still such a dangerous scorer inside. Sharpe with the throwdown. He leaves Asar Thompson in the dust. Lead within 6. Here's Ivy with it over to Cunningham. Cade looks to get the screen for 3. He's blocked! What a play by Marsh. Nobody in front of him. There he goes in for the slam, and we are within 4. A huge defensive play by the rookie out of Australia, Caleb Marsh. And all of a sudden, the Blazers are back in the game. They've got to take advantage, though. Springer nearly with the steal. Cade gets it back, though. Pistons with a lucky break. Ivy, triple. Bang! The Pistons still will not miss from deep. They're 8 of 11, and I don't even think it's bad perimeter defense by Portland. These guys are just unconscious from beyond the arc. Logan gets one right back, though. The fact that Portland is still within 4 points is a miracle, given how well the Pistons have shot the ball. Griffin's pass is tipped and ends up in the hands of Cade Cunningham. Cade spins away. Portland's in takeover mode now as Cade hits the jumper. But this still feels like an opportunity for Portland to make a run. If the Pistons can cool off offensively and Portland can get some shots together, they could put themselves in a nice spot. Ivy was smothered, had 2 guys on him, but it doesn't matter. The Pistons will literally make every shot in sight. Scoot lobs it up for Khalil Griffin, who's in with the slam. Portland continuing to try to focus on getting guys inside, take advantage of the Pistons' poor rim protection. Here's Abaji with it on the drive. Nice move by Ochai. One-on-one with Jaden Ivey. There wasn't help, and if there was, I'm not sure if the help would have been effective because, again, they don't really have anybody who can protect the rim. Off the miss, here's Griffin inside. Zay Logan. Layup over Cade is good, and we are within 2. It's incredible that the Pistons have shot the ball this well. Nice floater by Cade, yet they've only outscored Portland by 1 here in the third. The Blazers' offense has matched Detroit bar for bar. Scoot with the layup. It's good. 95-93. No shortage of offense here in the third as the full court heat from Cade is no good. The Pistons had one of the best shooting quarters I've ever seen. Yet they got outscored. Portland's offense is in a rhythm right now, looking to continue to get plays here in the fourth as Springer is called for the basket violation. I actually like that possession, though. I like what the Blazers did there, having Springer go in on the pick and roll. I think that's the best chance to get him scoring inside without being covered by other defenders. Cade hits the three. He's right back to business in the fourth. 6-point game. Lillard lobs it up for Springer, who's able to tap it in. Portland wants to get Springer active inside. They know that they're going to need Springer to make some plays here in this fourth to help out the offense. They've been fine without Springer putting up the big offensive numbers, but if he can get more comfortable, that'd be a big deal. Cade's now guarded by Lillard. That's a mismatch, and Cade takes advantage. I think Portland's going to look to get out of that matchup as soon as possible. Have Lillard guard somebody else or take him out of the game because Cade Cunningham is going to eat him for breakfast. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. It looks like a pick and pop for Springer, but Cade closes out quickly. Portland's got to move fast. Springer, no good. Gets his own miss and is fouled, and that's a flagrant on Cunningham, who tackles him to the ground. By the way, he has the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. I don't think we should be celebrating him right now, though. He just tried to tackle a man who is essentially, for lack of a better term, crippled. Here he is launching Springer down. That is not a basketball play and a deserved flagrant. Springer would make one at the line, and off the inbound, Sharp, and one! It's Calhoun with the foul. It's a 4-point possession for the Blazers, and we are within 2. The flagrant proves to be a massive possible switch of momentum. Calhoun looks to respond quickly. He's in with the layup off the screen. 103-99. Here's Abaji inside. Springer, no good. Nice defense by Thompson. And again, Springer cannot make anything that is contested. Calhoun with the dunk on the other end. Pistons back ahead by 6. Good job by Detroit to respond off of the 4-point possession, the flagrant in the and one. Sharp on the drive. Wide open lane. Takes advantage as he is in for the slam. 105-101. Cade Cunningham's jumper is good. Cade is unconscious right now. He's got 51. The first 50-point scorer in a playoff game in Pistons history, and he's doing it on the road here in the finals. 6-point lead for Detroit. 6.5 to go. Here is Sharp. Jumper on the move. No good. Nice defense by the Pistons as they look to get some nice possessions going and get themselves a comfortable lead. But they lose it. It's Darius Springer with the steal. Out to Suleiman. Suleiman stuffed at the rim. What a play by Bufkin! Thompson loses it. It's Abaji who ends up with it. He gets it over to Springer. Springer misses. Another offensive rebound for Springer, and Portland's going to look to reset after all of that commotion defensively. 7 on the shot clock. Porzingis is basically nearly thrown down again by Cade. It's not a flagrant. It has been a physical game, though, especially from Cade Cunningham as Griffin misses the floater. Big defensive stop by the Pistons. Under 5.5 to go. Smith to Calhoun for the slam. It's a 6-point lead for Detroit. Here is Shaedon Sharp. He's got 25. Looks like a pick and roll. And Griffin sends it home. There was nobody to protect the rim. It was only Thompson and Ivy who were focused on their man. Thompson was guarding Griffin. He didn't expect him to go up. 109-105. Here is Scoot Henderson on the drive. Again, the lane is wide open, and Scoot Henderson, being the fastest man on the floor, will take advantage. It's a 2-point game. Poku's 3 is no good. Griffin with the rebound is 14th. He's got a triple-double, by the way. 17, 14, and 11, and they call that a charge. What? I don't even think he touched his hard Thompson. How is that a foul? Jabari Smith's 3 is no good. Ivy, rebound, Thompson, triple, bang! Big response from Detroit after a horrible foul call. Griffin, floater, no good. Scoot Henderson soars in with the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. These little mistakes from Portland are killing them right now. The out of bounds by Scoot, the untimely and horribly called charge on Griffin, and this gives the Pistons a wide open door to look to, well, shut the door. As Cade Cunningham hits the 3. It's an 8-point lead, the biggest this deficit has been in quite a while. Scoot Henderson gets a dunk to respond, though. Lead now 6 at 6. Scoot Henderson jumper is no good. I don't think Scoot should be settling for those jumpers. Keep attacking the basket. That's Detroit's weakness. Cade, Ivy, layup is good. Sharp nearly gets a hand on it, and the lead is back up to 8 for the Pistons. Scoot's doubled. Somebody's got to be open, but again, the Pistons close out quick. Their defensive awareness has been so good throughout this final so far, as Sharp misses the corner 3. Pistons on the break. Here's Jaden Ivey with it, guarded by Scoot. Ivey with it. Layup is good. It's a 10-point lead with under 2 minutes to go. The Blazers are in significant trouble, and it is time to hit the panic button. They've got to move fast. Scoot Henderson in for the dunk. Even though it's time to hit the panic button, I don't think Portland should go away from their offensive principles. Keep attacking the basket, especially with Scoot Henderson. Take advantage of the mismatch with him and Cade Cunningham because Scoot is so much faster, and he has exploited that in both of these games. Now the Pistons are chewing clock here offensively. Cade, 3. It's good! An 11-point lead for Detroit, and they use a lot of time there. 14-4 run now for Detroit as Portland's going to continue to go inside. There's no rim protector to stop these drivers. Shaedon Sharp's layup brings the game within 9 as Portland looks to run the full court press. Cade on the drive, pump fake, trapped. He gets it over to Smith. Even if the Pistons don't score, wasting this time makes this possession a strong one. Jabari Smith, triple, no good. They did use a lot of clock there, but Portland can make it a 2-score game. Here is Sharp with it. He looks to drive inside. He's trapped. Gets it over to Scoot Henderson, over to Griffin. The Blazers cannot waste all this time. They've got to shoot the ball fast. Griffin on the drive. He gets the dunk. We're within 7, but that possession took a whole lot longer than it should have. It's time to possibly look to play the foul game. Will Portland go for the foul now? It doesn't look like they will immediately. Ivey with it on the drive. Portland's looking to possibly steal the ball and get the stop. Ivey's instead just going to look to shoot, and he makes it. So it's as if they foul anyway because the Pistons get 2 points. 9-point lead, 30 seconds left. Blazers hanging on for dear life as Scoot Henderson continues to exploit the mismatch with his speed. But it might not matter, barring a miracle. And I think now, given that there's 27 seconds left, it's time to foul. Ivey gets by the ray of defenders. They can't even foul right. Ivey, 3. No good. Okay, maybe not fouling was the move. Griffin with the rebound on the other end. Huge possession here. Portland has to score. Griffin, 3. Heavily contested. No good. Rebounded by Smith. He'll be fouled. And with just seconds left on the clock, I think that will do it. The Blazers are likely going to get one more shot off here with Scoot Henderson. Heaves up a prayer at the buzzer. It's good, but it will not matter. The Detroit Pistons take a 2-0 lead. Here in the NBA Finals, the Pistons have not lost in the first round. We knew that this team was red hot going into the finals. They were well rested, and boy, it has shown. I think the difference in this game, though, was not having a healthy Darius Springer. If he did not get injured in Game 1, I think we would have won this game, given that a lot of the other guys did step up. The backcourt offensively was really good. Shaedon Sharp with 27, Scoot with 26. Both of them, especially Scoot, were pretty efficient. Khalil Griffin, I thought, had a great game himself. 19, 16, 11, and awesome defense. He held Asar Thompson to 2 points. He did not shoot the ball well, though. He's got to clean it up. Griffin was the most efficient scorer in the NBA this year. He was great today overall, but he cannot shoot 7 for 18 given what he did in the regular season with a true shooting percentage of nearly 70. I thought the other forwards were good. Porzingis had a strong game. Zay Logan with a double-double in just 15 minutes. But the big story is Darius Springer, who in a vacuum wasn't bad per se. 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. He obviously was not very effective for his standards. And I do wonder, had we given some of his minutes to Zay Logan, had we would have won the game. He had the lowest plus-minus on the team. He was a net negative overall. And it's not that he was necessarily a liability on either end of the floor, but Zay Logan played better. Kristaps Porzingis played better. Would we have been better off having Springer only play, say, 15 to 20 minutes, or maybe even less than that? We're going to have a decision to make for Game 3. He didn't re-aggravate the injury during this game, so he's going to be better off in Game 3 than he was here for Game 2, but obviously he's still going to be pretty injured. As for Detroit, 59 points for Cade Cunningham. This man was on another planet. He is unguardable, but we're going to have to figure out a way to stop him. Otherwise, we're not going to beat them. The problem with this Detroit team is that they have other guys who can do damage. 25 for Ivy, 23 for Calhoun, 12 and 12 for Jabari Smith. Nobody else did anything, but they didn't need anybody else to do anything. Cade Cunningham was able to run the offense, the role players produced, and with that, the Pistons lead the NBA Finals 2-0, and boy, do we have an uphill battle upcoming for games 3 and 4. We have to win 4 of our next 5 games. Our best player is injured. Their best player is on another level. At this point, we're going to have to start throwing stuff on the wall and hope it sticks. Offensively, we've got to figure out plays and sets to run while not being able to run a heliocentric offense through Darius Springer. Defensively, we've got to figure out the Cade matchup. If we can't do either of those two things at a high level, we are not coming back. It's going to be an uphill battle. Again, winning 4 of 5 with our best player severely injured. But look, if any team's up for the challenge, I'd like to say it's this one. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.